Hello, welcome to Tea Time with the Violet Flame. I'm Jessica.
I'm Tammy.
And I'm Danelle.
And we're here shedding light on heart-centered messages for you all there at home. Today, we're going to start with an invocation with Tammy, calling in all kinds of love and light for us.
Okay, take a deep cleansing breath. We're asking Spirit to join us today, calling in Saint Germain and his violet flame, any ascended masters and spirit guides that are here to help us deliver the message that we all need to hear today. Deep cleansing breath in, releasing anything that doesn't serve us. Deep cleansing breath in and release.
It's always so powerful, beautiful. As we gathered together today, we were thinking about different topics, and I was informing the gals how for the first time in my life I watched Cloud Atlas last night, and how it resonated with me on many levels to this time period in this life, in my life, as I have been transcending so much past life trauma. I don't know if you guys have watched Cloud Atlas. So what I got from it was the fact that everything is connected. They're on the search for why we are constantly reliving the same mistakes, how we are rebirthed into different lives with the same soul family, and how every mistake or every kindness leads to a new potential for our future reality. And I personally resonate with that, as I have been led spiritually in my life to resolve past life karma. And I don't know, do you want to explain a little bit about what you think past life karma is, Tammy?
Well, we all have it. We've come here many times. Some of us feel thousands of times it could be. And we seem to come back to the same soul family, especially with those that we have some stuff that we just need to work out with. Our brother may have been our husband or our son in a previous life. Especially those of us light workers, tend to reincarnate into a family who faces many situations, much trauma as a youngster. Maybe we have an alcoholic parent. Maybe we have sexual abuse in our family. So through our growth, and for me, really significant was a lot of the breath work that I've done recently. Here at the Violet Flame, we have some breath work sessions that tends to bring up trauma you brought back to a moment, a past life, or it could be in your current life, that it is traumatic. It is traumatic. And you see it, you see the reason for it, and sometimes I don't even see it. Sometimes I just feel it. It's lifted off me. The facilitators of breath work know when we need to have some energy transmuted, and it's gone. But a lot of times, sometimes it's in our dreams that we're releasing on. Jessica gets lots of dreams, and
yes.
I don't. I wish I did, but I release it in different ways.
Personally, I have, the way I've been brought to my past life karma was by meeting specific people on my path where there is a triggering event, an emotion, an intense emotion that brings me to a need to clear something within me. It's usually pretty devastating, the feeling, and there usually isn't no real reason going on in my 3D reality for it. So at that time, because I already know how to utilize my dreams to understand myself for self-actualization, what I would do is go into a meditation before sleep, and I'll ask Spirit, please show me my connection to this person or to this trigger. What is it that I need to release or heal? And please help me on my healing journey as I sleep. And fortunately for me, because of my practice with prophetic dreams, I then will dream about the person in a past life or the experience that I need to release or why I need to release it, such as if a trigger is making you feel abandonment or rejection, you can first go into your life in the 3D reality that you're experiencing today into your past, do some inner child healing and release that. But if you know you've already done that and it's on a deeper level, then I'll, like I said, I'll have a past life dream and I'll see exactly what has happened. For example, I'm breaking patterns in my life of codependency. So these patterns we're all doomed to keep repeating as we're being reborn will be revealed to you. Usually you'll see it in your birth parents. What are they dealing with? That's probably your life lesson to break that pattern, generational curses. So what was revealed to me really recently was a partner that I was married to, and I was extremely codependent. This is probably the third or fourth past life that I've dealt with recently. And I knew that when in my waking life, exactly why the relationship went sour, how I was doomed to repeat these patterns because I was treated poorly and I allowed myself to stay in that relationship in a past life, and how it reflected on my current relationships. What patterns was I repeating? Why am I doing it? Am I neglecting myself? Do I believe in my self-worth? Am I standing in my power? And it just highlighted the path in front of me. And then I, got assistance from Danelle. She gave me a pranic healing. I went into my meditations and released it. I got a sound bowl healing from Tammy. And now I feel back integrated into myself to where I see the pattern. It's in my awareness. It's released. And now I am no longer going to make those same mistakes willingly, consciously. And I'm open to receive the love that I deserve. What do you think?
I think you're right on track there. For example, like most recently, I do get a lot of prophetic dreams, and I usually see things before they happen, either in my dreams or in the daytime. And just recently, with the full moon or the new moon that we just had, before I went to sleep, I meditated and I asked for guidance on what my purpose was in this lifetime. And just before I woke up, I saw a vision of all the different lives that I had lived and all the numerous lives that I've lived as healers. And the message that I got from after I seen all these lives that I had lived was, be true to yourself, be authentic. And I know from my past lives that is what I need to do. Is I've been living and reliving all these different lives where I have either been codependent or I've been just not true and authentic to who I am in this lifetime, and just being accepting of who I am.
How did you heal that?
Lots of release. I'm still healing that. So I do get triggered once in a while, depending on who I meet. And it's just work in progress. And that's what this life is about. It's a journey. It's a learning, healing journey.
I think one important thing to remember or to know when you're dealing with your past lives is that your soul family is reincarnated with you, and they're all playing different roles in different lives. So like Tammy was saying, your brother in this life could have been your perpetrator in the last life. A perpetrator in this life could be your husband in a future life. And once you truly understand that, you can develop compassion. And I know when you're experiencing the trauma, it's like, why would I be compassionate for my perpetrator? How could I be compassionate to this person that hurt me? Well, when you're dealing with past life healing, that person in this life may not have done anything to you, but they traumatized you in a past life, and to live with that memory in your energy still feels very real. So it is just very important to be able to clear that by having compassion, knowing that we are all helping each other evolve by playing different roles to bring out these triggers for our highest evolution. And we set this up beforehand for the purpose of to become our best self. We literally ask certain people to do certain things. They're called soul contracts for us that may not make sense to us in our 3D reality, but if you look back at your traumas, they catapulted you to where you are now. They helped you realize who you are. All of your mistakes have led you to awakenings. So that's why in the movie, when it said our mistakes and our kindnesses open up new ways of being, new opportunities for us, we do have choices in the matter how we react to these actions that are being taken on us. And if we heal and we move forward with compassion, that is one way to act, and that is one way to resolve this trauma and to get to our best self the quickest. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. No, for sure. It's And what you mentioned before, are you healed? Yes, I've healed a lot, but I have a long way to go. I have a long way to go. And sometimes we, as in the metaphysical community, we're healers and we're just cruising along, and then bam, you know, something hits you. It's a relationship you didn't expect, or you know, we've had traumas. My husband passed a few years ago, where it just knocks you down. Like, okay, and back to dark night of the soul. Thought I was done with this. I thought, you know, as a 50-year-old woman, I was just cruising and I had my life all planned out. No. We're always facing something, and then that helps us in our healing careers. That the more you go through, you know, I was a teacher for 35 years and dealt with a lot of kids in trauma, and worked in a community where there was a lot of abuse. Well, I grew up with a violent alcoholic father, and I saw that was in the first 2 years of me teaching. That's why there's a reason for everything. And I know that's not a phrase everyone wants to hear. I can't go tell my sister-in-law, who's had to raise a child with severe cerebral palsy, oh, there's a reason that, you know, I'm not going to go and do that. But many of us know, you know, that who've done the work. Okay, there is a reason. There's a reason why my husband passed. There's a reason why I grew up in trauma. When you know, meet a child and can talk to them, and they know, you look them in the eyes and they see you, you see them. There is a reason for this. And healing is never-ending process, you know, unless we're an ascended master walking around here, where there's still stuff to deal with. You know, we're all just wondering, okay, we're supposed to be 6 feet apart here, and we're in this, you know, fear-based world right now. Are we going to get this virus? But the more healing you do, the more you raise your vibration. You realize, okay, that wasn't part of my soul contract to come here, get a diet, you know, have to go on a ventilator, but I'm going to honor those people who do, and I'm not going to, you know, preach just take some extra vitamin C, or you know, everyone again has their path to go.
Right, and I think those of us that are in the metaphysical field and healers, working as healers, those of us have gone through a lot of different traumas and different things that put us into this turning point, this accepting of, oh yeah, this is what I'm really supposed to be doing. And it's accepting both the dark and the light in you, the shadow side in you. And a shadow side isn't technically something bad, it could be something good. For me, my shadow side was accepting that I have these gifts. I'm a medium. I, you know, have psychic abilities, intuition, prophetic dreams. I'm a healer. I feel energy, empath. I take on your emotions and your pain as I'm healing you as my own, and then I transmute that energy into healing energy. You know, years ago, before my son passed away, I was not accepting of, you know, really who I was because of what other people, you know, how did they see me? Did they see me as a, you know, some type of weirdo that could see spirits or talk to spirits? You know, growing up in that type of, you know, time, it was, you know, I cared a lot about what people thought back then, and now it's like, I don't care anymore. I know who I am now, and I'm accepting of that. And I think accepting both your shadow side and the good side of you, you know, balancing between the two will help you on your healing journey.
And understanding that when you're balancing yourself, not only are you helping yourself, but you're helping those around you and the collective. And that's the most important thing to really understand, is that we are here helping the collective evolve and heal and transform for our highest evolution. Again.
Yeah, and sometimes helping is just helping yourself. You're lifting your own vibration. You don't know how many people you're helping by going into the grocery store, even with your mask and gloves on. Your vibration is affecting everyone around you, and you can see that in your real life. If someone comes in bouncy to your house and they crack a joke, does that lift your vibration or lower? Of course it lifts your vibration, but just your inner vibration, your inner love, letting who you are, your authentic you, come up and be connected with your source energy. It's all about that. You can't do this on your own. At least I don't believe I can. I had to, you know, hitting dark night of the soul. That's when you cry out, God, please help me. Angels, help me. Spirit, help me. You have to ask for help.
Which is the connection that you have to eventually make, where the dark night of the soul is leading you to the light.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is connected. We are all connected and working together on this planet, in this universe.
Right, and once you cry out for help like that, or it sometimes gets easier to listen to spirit. Oh, if you know what, I'm going to call this friend. I'm going to, I've seen this place, this yoga place. I've always wanted to try yoga. Oh, I guess I should do it. You start getting those nudges from spirit. Call it intuition. I call it tingles. I used to get these tingles in my back, still do sometimes. If I heard about a book and I got the tingles, I got to buy that book. And it just, you get your own signs and cues on what you should be doing, and that's your angels, your spirit, just talking to you.
Right, your higher self is calling you and saying, hey, go to the doctors, things like that just say, that nudge you into doing things. That's your higher self, your intuition, spirit, universe, whatever you want to call it.
Here's your nudge, right? Now that you've seen this, you know where we are. We're in Saint Clair Shores, the Violet Flame. If you come on in, we'll be glad to offer you services with all three of us. I offer holistic therapy. What I'll do with you is teach you how to meditate, how to clear your energy, get you reconnected with your higher self. I'm going to pass you off to Danelle, who's going to do a pranic healing on you, and we're going to teach you how to do energy healing. We're going to pass you off to Tammy, who's going to do some sound healing on you to release trauma from your system. We're going to teach you breath work to release trauma from your system. We're going to reconnect you with your own self-healing modalities, so when you leave this place, you have a new story, and you're out there preaching a new way of being for you and those around you, and hopefully you feel back on your path and on your mission, and you know your purpose. That is our goal here, reaching out to our community, healing and helping one heart at a time. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us today, and we hope to see you again next week.
All right, thank you.